Oh, hi everyone, I've been muted for this whole fucking time. Great. Especially great because I ended my little opening monologue thing with "I'm muted, fuck." Hey everyone, welcome to this week's episode of the Mortal Spheres. This week Alice cannot join us. She is travelling to see me. We've been apart for nearly a month, so this is a good thing. She is moving to see me, but also it's a bad thing because we don't have an Alice. Welcome everyone. Before we go around and see all these, say hello to all these wonderful people around the screen, let's go through our social links and all of them good things. Social links: Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. Check them all out over there in that tweet just now. In that tweet link now. Discord, it's a safe, inclusive place where you can come and talk about TTRPGs and all the other wonderful things. Twitter, you can send me a DM and I'll get you in one of our 5 viewer games a week. We have 2 lots of D&D, 1 lot of Ryotama, 1 lot of the Cypher system, and 1 lot of Monster of the Week. They're all really good fun. I think Monster of the Week might actually be full though, so I should really stop saying that you can come and play it at the beginning of the session. We also have a Patreon. You can come and support us on Patreon for as little as $1 a month, and every dollar is greatly appreciated. We have consistently stayed above our $500 goal, so thank you all so much for that. We also have merch. You can go and get a crest on your chest over at the Redbubble site. And we have sponsors as well. Check out Bird in the Storm Publishing, who create content for D&D and other TTRPGs. We played the Clearing the Midnight Wield module over Christmas. It was really good fun. You can check it out on YouTube right now. Well, not right now because we're about to play, but after this. Also, we have Mage Hand Press. You can check out the Dark Matter Alpha. We play Dark Matter Alpha, where we play D&D in space. Thank you, Hans. I just made onigiri. I should be like totally like zen right now, but I'm not. You know, like the rice was really hot. It burnt my hands. Hi everyone. What else do we have? We have panels. Check out the panels below. We have arasavad.com. We've got tabletoploot.com, and we have got ruink.com. So if you want to go and get yourself some maps, some dice, or some accessories to go with them, go and check them out now. There you can get a 10 to 15% discount with our codes. All the information's in the panels. Lastly, we do have a tweet. Every 10 retweets will get you a random oddity, a strange oddity in this game, since we're playing in the strange. I've said the thing. I may have stumbled a few times, but I'm here at the end, so I'll hand over to Jess to say hello to everyone. Oh, hi, Jess.
Hey, you made it. Congrats.
I got that.
Hello everyone. My name is Jess. You can find me on Twitter via Burst of Hope. Welcome, episode 3 of Mortal Spheres. They appear to have unlocked some powers. We're not sure. We'll see. Aside from here, you can find me on other people's channels, playing a lot of games this season, just trying to expose myself to as many games as possible with as many good people as possible. And I appreciate you being here. Why don't we say hi to Hans?
Because Hans had his mic muted and he was trying to figure out where the button was and he's not quite used to that yet. So, okay, hey, we're all doing super great and we know what we're doing. That's the theme of tonight. Yeah, glad to be here. I'm playing Harold Yamakawa. He is equally good at doing stuff, so what could possibly go wrong? Also, I just want to point out I am repping D&D Fitness tonight. This looks terrible when you do it like that, but you get the idea.
Yeah,
D&D Fitness.
I want to get one of them so bad.
So, that's all I got.
Yes, this is where I professionally say onward to the next person. Lovely Zelda. Sorry.
Hi, I'm Zelda. I'm playing Sei Hanikawa. Similar name, not the same last name. We are not related. And yeah, we figured out some stuff last week, and some of us ran fast, some of us did not run fast, some of us traveled by other means, aka what is thermal expansion? Not thermal expansion. It's not to do with heat. It's soda expansion. So
a lot of bicarbonates happened.
A lot of bicarbonates, and yeah, I have not heard that. Well, I have, but my character has not heard that story. So it'll be a fun explanation. But we did learn other things. Tears in reality, time, space.
Whoop.
Who knows?
There goes gravity. Okay, so yes, real quick before we start the session, why don't we go around, and if you had to explain your character's experience last session in 3 words, go.
Weird things happened.
Damn it! Yeah, good, very good. That was brilliant, and so Harold. Well, I should have saw that one coming. Scott, you're thinking too hard.
Yeah,
Don't think that hard.
I
I'm
know.
looking for the multisyllabic words. Look out.
Oh dear.
No, I don't have that much energy on a Friday night. I'm more thinking strange chemical power.
Power. Okay.
Effervescent travel, says Kentucky Hawk.
Oh, I love it. That was yes.
I'm currently torn between We Go Fast and Oh My God.
Both are great choices.
Those are great choices.
Excellent. Okay, so really quick, I got an idea. So let's see. I'm gonna throw Quan back on the spot. You and Emery literally just got off of your effervescent traveling machine that you made in your mind map that wasn't a mind map. And you popped right through the blackboard, and now you're back in that same white room where you see Zelda and Hans. How does Quan react?
Or rather, he sees Say and Harold, right?
Yep.
So Quan will appear, and he will turn to Emery and be like, "Oh, we just made our way back here." Is she still there?
She is right now, yes.
Yeah. Well, we just made our way back to the start. Hello. How did it go?
Well, there was some things that I've never seen before. When that feeling when you're trapped in Jello.
Captain
You ever
Jello.
had that? Like gelatin, like sweet gelatin.
Do you mean maybe Mentos?
No. I'm thinking of like have you ever been like does pudding also work? Like a pudding, like have you ever been trapped in like 40 gallons of pudding?
40 gallons of pudding. Oh no, he gone too fast. We've wiped his brain. Thank you very much to Michael Wayne, who gives a D6 to the great Zelda.
Yay!
In Cypher, it would be subtracting a D6 from your score rather than adding. No, wait. No, it'd still be adding. I'm thinking of the 2D20 system. Never mind. Ignore me.
Yeep. No worries. At the point in which Emery hears Say talking about pudding and Jello and getting off this crazy ride of soda, Emery looks at you all and is like, "Nope. I'm sure you all had a good time. I'm just not gonna deal with this. I can't. I'm gonna go do some research, and now that I can get out of here, I'm just bye." And she like covers her eyeballs and like thinks of her happy place, and she manages to recurse. Now, Repercussions Unbound will figure that out when Emery returns, but no Emery for you guys today.
Did Emery just knock out?
She just left. That was unexpected. Did you do something when you two... Did you say something to her?
No, I just stuck her on a bottle of Coke and blasted her through the sky with Mentos mints. And that's the honest truth. That's the honest truth.
Is that an innuendo for something? I'm kind of... Harold, have you ever heard that as in... Is that a figure of speech?
No, listen. But the thing is, Emery figured it out. She figured it all out. And what you need to do, then you need to recur, is you need to figure out your weird thing, and you do your weird thing really, really well, and then you go, woof!
Oh, like when I was running.
Yes.
If I did running real good, then you poof. Oh, well, that seems a lot easier than we initially thought.
Oh, fantastic.
So you'll do sciencey things?
I guess I just go back to my little mind palace and I sit on my giant bottle of Coke and pop some Mentos mints into the Coke and away I go.
You do you, I guess. Uh, do we go together? Like, do we go to the same place? I mean, when I did it, I saw tears. I was gonna wait for you all to come here, but I mean, Emery's already gone. I'm kind of worried where she decided to go.
I don't know where she went, but I know that when I did it, I saw her blackboard. I understand this isn't making much sense.
No, nothing is really making too much sense. But if okay, did you see like any like rips or tears in anything? Like, did you look into them? I just, if I'm gonna do this, or if we're all gonna do this, I'd really like to be all going to the same place.
I think I did. I say questioningly to the DM. Is that what I saw on either side of the blackboard? Rips or tears, or was it more? Yeah.
I mean, they weren't rips or tears to you, but it's similar. There were flashes of certain instances that weren't clearly of your world.
They weren't like rips or tears, but I did see. I did see flashes of other places.
Do you remember any of them?
Not really. I was rocketing towards the blackboard at such speed, I didn't really see anything.
Oh no. I mean, we can all. I mean, we got to get out of here. We have to not be in this singular room. I'm starting to get hungry. Okay. Okay. So the ones that I saw, there was like a really buff guy, and I can't remember if you do your thing and you see a really buff guy in one of those like tears, go into that one, okay?
So if I see a person that looks real buff,
He's got real spiky hair.
with real spiky hair, head towards that.
Head towards that one.
Well, but what about Harold? How are you going to travel?
Actually, that's a good question. Harold,
Yeah.
do you have an idea how you're gonna do this thing?
Yeah, I think I do.
Okay. Again, I think you should go not last, because if you can't, then you're stuck here. Does that sound like all good?
Okay.
Secondly, same thing I said to Bragg. If you see a really muscly dude, spiky hair, go to that one. It's better if we're all in the same place, I think. Does that? Yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
How
Well-
is Harold feeling right in this moment? You have two of these weird acquaintance compatriots staring at you.
I would say visibly tense.
Mm.
He is probably very straight backed, shoulders bunched up, arms laced across his chest like this, not looking terribly forthcoming, feet, out in a nice wide stance. So he's on edge.
Okay. At that moment, you hear like the sound of a gong coming through, and it's still through your heads. And you guys perk up, and you hear a woman's voice, and she's like, "That was absolutely brilliant. I have no idea how you guys did that, but you have done such a good job." And right before you appears a very tall figure. She's got long, flowing, fiery hair. Not wearing a lab coat like Quan's, but it is like a dark blue undertone black lab coat. Very sleek, and she's got like a hologram hovering around the side of her face, and she walks towards you guys. And she's like, "Congratulations. Please, we need you guys here. I need you beyond the study."
Just for clarity, when you say fiery hair, I know we're all magical.
Well, magic in a dull sense on the earth, it's not actually magic.
Okay.
So, her hair is just literally a very vibrant red. The kind that you can't tell if that is just she is genetically blessed with that kind of vibrant red hair, or she maybe got it out of the box. Don't know yet.
Okay. Yes, well, we've done all the research and we think we figured out a few ways to go, but Harold here, he hasn't done it yet. So I'll try and help you out as much as we can.
Oh, but he did. Don't fret.
What?
Yes. I saw. It's okay.
Well done, Harold. You bamboozled us.
That's quite strange.
Everything about this is strange, and that's the best part.
Looks like we got
That
a
means
new
you're
friend.
home.
Thank you so much for the raid, Prairie Star. Welcome in, everyone.
Yeah.
Quan is now looking at Harold with like there's a different look on his face. At first he was looking at Harold like, you're not really trying too hard, and now he's looking at him like, what the hey.
See, unlike you, dear Quan, Harold here doesn't have quite a wild imagination as yours, so it's a more of a quiet translation, quite subtle. It's going to take some tuning for him to maybe exaggerate it. Oh, hey, thank you for the sub. Yay!
Thank you so much for the sub. Enjoy your new badge in chat.
Oh yeah, half a year. Wow, that's a long time.
6 months.
Awesome. You're probably all wondering what exactly you just did. Are you feeling okay? Queasy at all?
I mean, jumping in and out was fine, but I mean, the whole process of it is really weird. Not sure if enjoyable is the word I'd use.
That's fair. We did test you blindly. You had no idea what you were doing. So, I mean, it's really a miracle that you did it at all. But, okay. Well, why don't I fill you in a little bit on what's going on? My name is Dr. Baines, and I am part of what would be known as the OSR. If you had to put a name on our studies, it would look a little extraterrestrial. No one really takes us seriously, but you guys are the first pieces of proof that we are on the right track. Those people at the estate have no idea what they're doing right now. Okay, anyways, OSR, Office of Strategic Recursion. Now, what you just did was a recursion. Wait, recursed to a recursion. I know, I'm sounding crazy and repetitive, but it'll come in time. Here, say, right? Say, the great athlete.
Formerly great athlete.
No, still a great athlete. Olympics shenanigans, whatever. They're silly.
Okay.
Tell me, do you have a favorite cartoon or a book or some sort of series that you liked as a kid?
I did really like that Ghost in the Shell show. I know it came on like before I was born, but I mean,
Oh yes, that is befitting of how you are now, but a little like rudimentary. But yes, okay, I can see. So you feel maybe attuned to that reference per se?
kind of. I mean,
Okay. And Mr. Breck? Dr. Breck?
Well, it depends which state you're in.
I see. Well, how would you like me to refer to you?
You can call me Quan if you like.
Okay, easy enough. Quan, what about you? Was there any resource materials, any sort of fun cartoon, or, some sort of lore that you really enjoyed? Maybe
Now,
something you like now. Doesn't have to be a childhood memory.
so now from player to DM, am I supposed to reference the things that I mentioned?
Whatever you want, honey boo boo.
I'll do it anyway. No, not really, never. But, well, except when I was coming up with the quantum denominator, which I never really finished. But I did listen to a lot of that program with the people with the hair.
Spiky hair?
That's the one.
Okay. Dargan Square, got it.
That could be it. Dargan Square.
Okay. What if I were to tell you that all of the collective pieces of creativity that we on Earth have created over time slowly feed into the ether and manifest as other worlds? How would you feel about that?
Well, I'd quite like to study it.
That you will. No worries.
I guess that's my feeling, desire, mostly.
Okay. Harold, you are rather quiet and quite unsuspecting. Not the person we expected to draw into this with our advertisements. What brings you here?
Curiosity.
Okay. That draws a lot of people. That is certainly a natural feeling to follow. Okay, well, let us say we're at a no turning back situation here. You are now aware that there are alternate universes known as recursions. And when we dragged you here into this room, if you noticed any of those gold flecks of dust, that was us modifying the area to try and somewhat attune you to what we refer to as the strange. And that's just the general ether of where all of these recursions exist in the same space. She waves her hand around and she exaggerates it, and it's like she's able to control the dust so that you guys can see it easy peasy when she moves her hand around.
It's like a great big net of ether.
Mm-hmm.
An ether net.
I see what you did there. Yes, clever. Archaic. Okay. So we've done this research several times because there's another company, organization. So you have it here on Earth in the United States specifically, and they refer to themselves as the Estate, and they're pretty hoity-toity about their knowledge of the strange, and they think they're the only ones gathering appropriate travelers and people who have the spark, and they think they have it down to a science, and they haven't taken a single look at the internet in terms of star seeds. And you guys, from what I see, are clearly untapped potential. And she starts like typing things onto her hologram. And she's just like, this is great. Absolutely great. Yay, more bits.
I got bits for being
no, not
punny.
for the
I got
pun.
rewarded. Yay!
It hurts me so.
Thank
They
you.
do this to torture me.
That means I get a temporary point, right?
Yeah. Indeed it does. Poor. Okay. Yeah, do you guys want to respond to Zedacta? Baines. I'll type it in chat. At this point, Dr. Baines is just like clearly bubbling with enthusiasm in her mannerisms, and she's just waiting for you guys to like make a move, do something, ask questions. She's like high sprung to give you information.
You said that there was going to be food and drinks provided. I'm really hungry, and running like that takes...
Oh my goodness, your metabolism is so high. Yes, we got way too excited about everyone traveling at once. I'm so sorry. And she... there we go. Do you have anything in particular that you would enjoy?
Just maybe like an energy bar and some 2 or 3 bottles of water.
Yes, keep it simple. We'll enhance it with some electrolytes. And she waves the energy around, pulls it down, and a plate. Lovely water. I have carbonated, regular, both filtered equivalently. Lots of good protein bars. Yours to pick at. Have at it.
Wonderful. And I'm going to chug the first bottle of water.
Yes.
Thank you again, Phantom Rollbooth.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much.
Okay, so we're supposed to be going to this recursion thing. Do you know where Emery went? Do you know which one she went to?
Well, everyone handles this differently, and Emery seems fine. Emery will be fine. We have a tracker on all of your guys' headspaces, so they don't return in a few hours. We'll be able to bring them back. No worries.
So
Certain people in this party seem to be a bit much for Emery at the moment, and they're acclimating.
that makes sense. We should wait. So you can bring us back to this room?
Hey, stick around.
Yes.
Might be able to teach you a
So
few things.
what we've been doing here is really enhancing. Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you, Michael. Be sure to spam that hype chat, Colin. Or Marcy. I don't know which one it is.
I think it's usually Colin. I think Marcy usually comes in on Marcy. So thank you so much. And you have a reroll to gift someone. You can gift someone a reroll. There's Marcy. There we go. Please enjoy this odd number of bits.
Did the thing, right? Showed weakness. Yes. Okay. Sorry. You asked a question. Yes. Okay. This room has been untested by humans, so glad that worked out for you. But again, we tried to attune it to the strange and to see if we could like make it a little easier for you to recurse on your own, because normally most people, even with the spark, need like a travel gate or object from the other world to kind of touch and go to. So the fact that you guys kind of manifested the strange and what seemed to be, you didn't actually go to a recursion. You might have seen a couple like glimpses of recursions, right? We didn't get to see all of what you guys did, so like eventually we're gonna have to get a full detailed report on that. Ah, the love is real. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
And yes, Marcy, you can gift a reroll. Every sub gifts a reroll to someone. So. I need to do a lot of work on the science behind that. How can one, if everyone had to go a certain speed and then you could travel, I'd understand, but if I can just imagine myself somewhere else, and apparently Emery can do that too. What, are we imagining that we're going at the same speed? We're going into some sort of quantum level physics right here.
Oh, that's cute. Given the facts that were presented to you, I'm sure that that's a decent hypothesis. But no, this room is enhanced. If you were to step out of it, you are clearly not going to be able to traverse the way you just did. We figured this is kind of your safe test zone to figure out your powers, to try and see how much of a spark we can zip zap zoop into you guys, right? That's what the kids say nowadays. No.
Do they?
I don't know. I'm just trying to connect with you guys.
I'm sure a kid has at one time said it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So if we saw inside some of these things and we see, like, I saw different things, like I checked like a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it all feels kind of like a fever dream and I can't remember it too well, but do you just like jump in?
I would say, say we're in uncharted territories. Like I said before, normally it's a very clean way to induce a travel through a recursion. Not necessarily like the travel is smooth, but anyways, this is new because if you guys can figure this out on your own, then this unlocks a whole new set of potentials. So I can, now that you've done a little bit of the legwork, I can at least give this part of it, and it won't ruin the study. But less is more. It's kind of a free-form experience, and you guys are all going to experience it differently. So if I try to inundate you with all this information, then maybe it will just give you barriers to what your true powers are.
Last question. If we die on the other side, like in one of these recursions, is that it? Is it the same rules?
There's been a couple of historical incidences where death might not be permanent, but we don't really talk about them because we're not quite sure. So we would like you to continue valuing your life. It is still going to be a death is permanent kind of situation. So don't feel invincible just yet in that aspect.
Again, I don't want to die yet. That would be nice to keep on doing what I'm doing now. I just wanted to know, like, if it did happen, we're good or not. No bueno. That's bad. I'm assuming bad. Sorry, my mic.
That's okay. So you're saying, wait, sorry. Question again.
I'm just dying here or dying in one of those is still a bad idea. Don't do it. Avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, still try to stay on the safe side. You know, we would like to start experiencing some adventures, but nothing like, death-defying just yet.
So, just business as usual, I guess. Lastly, are we all going to the same one? Is that the hope? Or do you know anything about, like, that? You're muted.
Oh, I'm muted. Are you asking me, darling?
Yeah. Do you know anything about, like, going to the same one? Because, I mean, going to a strange thing on your own when, I mean, you could quite possibly not be on your own in a strange world.
Looks like we got a new
Land,
friend.
place. is a lot better than, I don't know, just I don't want to go there alone.
Oh, yes, yes.
I
Totally understandable.
while I was working things out back in my brain there, I came up with a few things, and I reckon that I can help us solve Traverse,
That was interesting. You did a thing with Emery, and we weren't quite sure if it was Emery independent or a little bit of both of you. Somehow you resonated, but then she was able to get on to your traveling mechanism.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
It's all to do with the Delta Sigma relation.
Right. At this point, Dr. Bain really just is clearly Quan is a hack job. Like fake science, pseudoscience, probably thinks about astrology in their free time situation.
There's a lot of science behind astrology. If you take the time to sit and work it out.
Oh, sure. Oh, indeed. You said the Delta Sigma relation, right?
Yes, the Delta Sigma relation.
Okay. Noted.
Hang on, is my drawing still around on the floor?
You can see smudges of little luminescent writing, but nothing intelligible.
No, that's gone. I'll write it out for you sometime.
Looks like we got a new.
I'm telling you, it all makes sense one way or another.
One way. Sorry. Yep. That is the goal here, for it to make sense. Let me ask you something. Are you guys in a hurry? Do you have any obligations that you need to tend to next, let's say, week? Or, let's be generous. 2 weeks? Time is relative,
Philip, if I got any appointments in the next 2 weeks. Philip. Ah, can you fix me, Philip?
Oh, that's right. You were talking to the little AI assistant. If you do recall, those run on batteries, and we didn't provide you a charge base or source of power in this room, just until you got through with the recursion situation. I assume, yeah, okay, here. Then she does this motion, flecks of gold spatter close to your face, and hovers a little telepad for Philip to place upon.
Thank you. I'll let you
Yeah.
know if I've got any appointments in the next 10 minutes.
Sure. Of course.
I personally don't have really anything. I don't have much of a job really anymore. Like I do some stuff for like brands, being that face and name. But like other than that, it's mostly just like talking online, donations and charities and events and. But yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, that's good. We can all arrange that. We can give them a little status update and whatnot. Harold, any qualms? We know you have a daily life and a situation, routines, and it's actually local to here. So is there something we need to take care of? Or I should still give you consent to back out if you should so not desire such adventures.
No, I'm in.
Brilliant. But no butts? Some butts? Squishy butts?
Did you want me to say something else?
We don't get proper readings on emotions just yet, so I can't tell if this is a hesitation of you're just waiting and looking at me and trying to like scope the situation out, or if you actually have like any concerns. No. And you notice, like, by her body language, that she's pretty unsettled by you, Harold.
That would make Harold very happy. But yeah, no. Look, I don't like doctors. I'm in, okay?
That's all we need. And honestly, if it makes you feel better, you don't have to call me doctor. Technically, it's more of a, bullshit science kind of title. So, doctor is relative. We don't do much medical bull
Looks like we got a new
here.
friend.
Yeah. My name is Maribeth. If that makes you at ease.
Mirabeth.
Dr. Baines to you, Dr. Quad.
Right, sorry.
Right. So you guys were curious. Okay. Quan, would you like any refreshments?
Let's see. Can I have a packet of pizza flavor Pringles? A strawberry smoothie.
Faked strawberry artificial flavors or like real strawberry smoothie?
What's the one that you get from that place? The bowling alleys and that sort of thing.
Oh. Anything else? Anything more stimulating, nutritious?
Good question. Perhaps some hot wings.
Well, at least that has protein.
Oh, if we're doing more, can I get a protein shake? Banana flavor?
Banana? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds great and smart. And she begrudgingly waves her hand at you and out pops or pizza Pringles meticulously laid out on a tray and a fancy little slide of the cards being laid out. You get your shoddy, goopy, syrupy strawberry smoothie thing. And
Perfect.
Greasiest hot wings you could ask for, and she slightly nudges you a plate of celery and buffalo and ranch and blue cheese.
Now the blue cheese I'll keep hold of. The blue cheese is that melted?
Of course.
Because if it's not, I'll get out my Bunsen burner. I'm not afraid to.
In America, we witness blue cheese as a dressing to dip our...
Yeah, so first of all, I'll take the chicken wings. I'm going to dip them in the strawberry smoothie. I need them. And the Pringles, I melt the blue cheese onto. And I make little blue cheese sandwiches between the Pringles.
Right. Why don't I just give you a privacy screen while you eat that?
Right.
Harold, is there any sort of sustenance that you require / desire?
No, I'll be fine.
Okay, well, you just let us know when you're hungry. Don't want you fainting in the middle of traveling, And she tries to lightly punch your arm awkwardly and... Nope, that didn't work. Okay, sorry, I should have asked. People are weird about touching. Okay. So why don't we take this as a first moment of exercise? In the fluidity room, why don't you think about what would make you more at peace? And try to envision that with all senses of your body. And just try to make it happen. Because I'm sure you guys, the more you attune to this room, the easier it'll be that you can give yourself pizza Pringle Squad.
Oh, this is a terrible thing. Don't know if I can handle this much power.
Only in this room, just for now.
I'm gonna try and produce pork chow mein flavored Pringles.
That is a lot of energy. Like creating something new that doesn't exist to this plane might be a little bit tricky, but who knows? Maybe with a little bit more practice, you could start doing that.
Yeah, I mean, Cornel will just be trying to see how far he can push this. I've always wondered what charcoal tastes like.
Setting wise, is there any loud thoughts that you guys are having in terms of, is someone envisioning a different, beanbag chair, quiet forest with a Brookline babble of water? Like, what would make
Pineapple pizza.
Yes! You've been requesting all these protein shakes and bars, and you're like, pizza!
In my head, it's just heaping with cheese and pineapple and veggies and everything I can think of.
In order for you to justify manifesting such a pizza and such a guilty pleasure, it is appearing up at the top of your reach. If you were to run up one of the walls and dunk for it, you could grab it. There's a beautiful box and you smell it wafting down to you.
I feel like everyone should look away.
Things might get a little messy here.
Not fine. And I'm gonna go run for it.
Aw, yeah. Go ahead and roll me some speed. Some sweet, sweet speed. See if your curses are broken.
Yeah, please rolls come through.
Oh, it's not that difficult. It's a pretty mundane task for you. You're like, I'm hungry and I want this pizza. I'm just gonna slip right up the wall and grab it. Maybe it takes 2 hands. You're afraid you might throw it and fling it at Harold's face or something. So you grab it 2 hands and slide down and good. No worries. You're just saving the real high successes for when it matters.
She is hiding behind the box. But if you look really carefully, you can see her flipping one pizza over top of the other one and making a sandwich out of it.
You're
and eating 2 slices at one time.
Important pie questions. Is it triangular slices or square slices?
Oh, triangular slices.
Okay. Crust style?
Oh, it's doughy. It's very like it's thick dough with a thick crust. It is like the most guilty pizza you can eat.
I see.
Okay.
Yep.
So Harold is looking off into the distance, and he's trying to mentally relax, focus, think of nature scenes. He just saw pizza appear out of nowhere, so Harold's trying to envision a artist's canvas, a painting canvas, and a brush. And he's going to try to bring that into being right in front of him.
I would say it slowly will fade in, and yeah, you get your artist's canvas and brush, and everything is calmer around you. It doesn't give you a wide area of effect, but right around you, you're okay.
Okay, Harold is not a good artist. This is a therapy exercise that Harold has learned. So he is painting in a very rote fashion, and he has basically no landscape or anything to go off of. So this canvas is slightly textured black with a little bit of gold on it right now.
Interesting. Quan, Have you had any thoughts about Emery since they disappeared?
Well, is this Jess asking Scrat or Thingy asking Quan?
Yes. Just asking Scrap.
I don't know. He would be intrigued because she couldn't do the thing until he came and helped her out. So he's probably thinking of her vicariously, trying to figure out how he did that.
Yeah, I would say as far as you know, you are accrediting Emery's travels due to you. As far as you know, on your side of it.
Until she noped out on her own at the end.
Mm-hmm.
That
You're
is
like, whoa.
why I'm now confused.
Mm-hmm. Has anything, well, has any attempt been made by Quan to manifest any sort of calming devices?
I don't really know if Quan has any calming devices. His brain's just so chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably the sort of person that finds things like, you know, the desk toys relaxing, just watching things like that, but he doesn't realize that, so he tries to come up with other relaxing things like, I don't know, oh, he imagines himself a spirograph. He always wanted one when he was a boy.
You have that light bulb moment, and right in your hands pop not just the regular sort of like circle with the teeth and the different objects to stick your pen in and put it on paper. No. This is like a tube, some sort of like device with a switch at the end of it, and clearly there's a pen already inserted inside of it, but if you flip the switch, you can set the spirograph spinning to the pen, and you just move the whole device around wherever you want. And it looks like you could swap out that pen cartridge.
Oh boy. I'm gonna put it on my blackboard.
Let it be known your blackboard wasn't actually visible. I'm pretty sure last session you were writing on the floor, or like it was manifesting on the floor, and the blackboard was in your head. But at that point, you're like, I have a tool. I want a writing place. And a blackboard appears. Now, is it literally black? Is it white?
It is literally black. Yes.
Okay.
It's like a slate.
Your spirograph did not come with a chalk pen or a, light up sort of pen. It's just a plain blue inked pen.
I think he would do it anyway, even though it doesn't work, and still find happiness in that. Oh no, did we lose Jess?
No one's gonna notice. Yeah, go ahead.
No, sorry, we lost you for a second there, or at least I lost you for a second there.
Oh, okay. Am I back?
You're back.
Kinda.
You're definitely back.
Okay.
Back and strong.
Got it. Yeah, if you put the spirograph device to the board, it will write in like regular ink fashion against black. You'll see it kind of shimmering and negative. No one's going to notice unless you walk up close to it that anything is being written.
He's happy. He's calm.
Sweet.
So he's calm.
I'm weak. Okay. Well, the doctor looks at you all and is just giddy. Like, such simple things, but they provide such small joys. I'm so glad. I'm gonna give you a couple tools in the next hour or so. But for now, I just want you to be able to explore your space and gather a plan. I have no, I don't want to call them missions, but I have no assignments related to the study at the moment because I really want you to figure out what this potential could unlock for you. What do you want to do to manifest this? And what we can do to help you get there.
Provide chalk.
Chalk is simple, darling. Did you just see the beautiful spirograph device that you whipped out of nowhere? Oh. And you get a 10-pack of multicolored liquid chalk pens to go nuts with.
I continue to go nuts.
Excellent. Beautiful.
Rather than imagining the blackboard has teeth, I'll imagine a file and start putting in my own teeth.
He's like, I need structure! How much of that pizza's gone over there, say?
It's at least half gone. I'm probably getting full though.
Have you offered
I'm feeling it.
anyone?
I feel like as the character says, she definitely has. She's like, she just like gestures to like with the pizza box forward, like if you want some, take it. You'd like any? I don't think it's gonna be. It's not gonna be hot much longer. It's best when it's like fresh, you know. Con, Harold, pizza.
No, I'm fine, thank you. I try to keep my diet on a tight.
Yeah, me too.
My body is a temple, don't you know?
I can see that.
Pringles.
Yep. Harold?
No. Thank you.
You're very welcome. If you want any, feel free. I mean, it was free for me, it should be free for you.
On that note, I'm pretty sure we've hit 10 retweets.
Ooh.
If Scrat wants to verify that, I can roll.
Yeah, we
on
most
the table.
certainly have. We most certainly have.
So I can distribute. You know what? I'm feeling kind and fancy. I will give a cipher out instead of an oddity. Is anyone at their cipher limit at the moment?
I'm not.
Okay.
I think I'm the only one with one.
No, I have two.
Yeah, I was like, I think I had distributed one extra one to Harold and to Emery, if I believe, from the first episode.
Yeah, I only have one cipher. I keep forgetting about the cipher.
Wunderbar. Well, it's about to get real weird now that you know what your body can do. So your first cipher, like we discussed, was kind of manifested in an object before you were remotely awakened that you were attuned to. So first cipher for Say would have been that stopwatch. God, Scrat, did you pick this damn suitcase or did you have something else?
No, I didn't. That was just something you just asked me for an item that I liked. That's actually my lab thing that comes with me everywhere.
Okay. Well, your first cipher is Philip.
Oh.
Keep in mind that once you use a cipher, it's gone.
Oh, is that what I did?
Oh, poor Philip.
Oh no.
Well, he's dead.
Knows no bounds. All right.
That's
That's
typical.
no fun.
That's
I
typical.
know, I'm sorry, Alice. We love you, but let's give it to another person.
Ooh.
Okay. No. Damn it. Okay, that's fine.
I'm kind of full up
Fine.
here.
Speaking. Well, you're full on ciphers.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you ever do with that odd little mug that appeared behind you?
What, this mug?
That one precisely. Oof. Purple juices. That's okay. I can roll you an oddity instead. I'll let you know in a second.
I can just give the mug to Say.
And certainly not Quan.
I've forgotten what the mug does.
No one tell
Better
Quan
than-
what the mug does. Leave it a mystery that they need to get answered. Well, I mean, in character, Quan didn't even know about the mug.
No, he didn't. It just ended up behind an ankle, right?
Yes. All right. So doctor's disappeared. You guys have calmly, taken to your own devices over here, painting, eating, spirographing, and you feel all three of you feel a little tug at your left ankle, and you notice a little restriction. Nothing seems to be there, but there's some tension, like something is wrapped around you, just on your left ankle. And at this point, how far away do you think you guys were settled?
I mean, Quan was just eating wherever he was.
Right, because Quan does what Quan does and just plops and doesn't move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think. Oh, I was gonna say I don't think Harold's gone anywhere either.
Grab the
So,
pizza and come back.
okay, so you guys are all kind of within a small radius. So now you guys are kind of standing pretty toasty. How do you handle having a little restriction on your ankle?
Personally, do not like.
How does Say react in the do not like category?
Pulling leg in, like like when you touch something gross with your toe in the ocean and you like pull your leg out.
Yeah,
Kind of like that.
The second you like twitch, both Quan and Harold's leg you feel a tug and you almost stumble if you were kind of in the zone doing your doodles.
100% in the zone.
Auto zone.
So Harold's reaching down to see what's attached to his leg, if there's some sort of physical sensation there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so as you're reaching down, when Say moves her leg out, you feel your leg kind of twitch. I imagine Harold's quick-witted enough that they don't move, but you notice that you're like, there's a tugging sensation at my ankle.
Okay. Say, do you feel that?
Yeah. Okay, like the like a feeling like a rope is tied around your ankle. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like doctors.
I mean, in this case, I think it'd be just as useful to say that you didn't like cowboys. Lasso, rope around the ankle.
Except we just met a doctor.
You know what I mean? If the rope is tied around your ankle and you don't like that feeling, then, probably wouldn't like cowboys either.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Anybody want to get out of here?
I suppose we could.
They want to see us do that thing, right? Let's do it.
Okay,
All right.
my thing is running, and now we're tied together.
Yeah.
Kind of. Feeling of being tied together. So, like, your thing, I don't know what your thing is, but is it going to be bothered by shaking, running, jostling?
I don't know. Maybe Quan and I go first.
Now, nothing to be alarmed. We've just put a little bit of an attachment to, make sure that you guys are interacting with one another for a moment. It is an anti-travel binding of sorts. It won't be on long, assuming you guys actually talk to each other. Perhaps integrate the space a little bit. Really play with your emotions and thoughts. This room is safe. You don't have to travel anywhere just yet. Again, it's semi-life threatening until you're trained.
I trust these two. It's you I don't trust.
That's valid. I really hope that you'll be able to trust me. Remember, I'm not a doctor in the real sense. I'm just Maribeth.
I have something tied to my leg now.
It's not like I activated that. There's a little bit of a chaos situation in that room, and that might have been your own unconsciousnesses. I just see that it manifested. I'm just an observer here. The only things I manipulated into that state, I swear, were the food requests that you made initially.
I'm sorry, this one might be on me. I did want us to stay together.
Quan, how many doctors do you need for a study?
Quan, how many doctors do I need for a study? What? What kind of study?
Is this like a how many people does it take to screw in a light bulb joke?
Probably.
Kind of. I'm trying to figure out how many doctors we can get rid of.
That means 0.
Oh.
Scratty boy!
Oh, hi!
Hi!
The XP is calling.
Yes, I would like to offer you a GM intrusion. Should you accept, you're allowed to give one of these XPs to another friend of yours.
I would love a GM intrusion, and I would give the other XP to Harold.
Thank you.
Brilliant. The artists at work in tandem. As you have this interaction, you've kind of been zoned out, Quad. Like, you're still doing doodles on the Spirograph chalkboard situation. You had the tug at your ankle, and you're like, meh. And you're like, it's like a buzzing in your ear. You're not even listening to the doctor. Like, poor girl doesn't understand you. And you feel a vibration back where Philip was charging. And Philip is going nuts, frantically buzzing. And you know this only happens when there's lots of alerts. When he's been offline for a long, long time, he's ready to come back. He's looking for you. You're muted.
Have I been muted this whole time, damn it?
If you were saying things, I just noticed your gestures.
No, hey, Philip. Yeah, hey, stop it. Don't, stop it. You quit it. Alright, I'll mute you. I'll mute you.
That's the longest I've ever been offline! Damn it, Quan! Why? Why would you ever do that to me?
I believe we came in here and something discharged the battery. It might have passed through a magnetic field or something.
I am so... Wow, surprised that you're alive. How did you survive without me?
Well, I can imagine Pringles.
Have you peed? Have you washed yourself? Have you changed your lab coat since I've begun?
No, don't be silly.
Okay. Well, have you eaten at least?
Yes. I've eaten well.
Quan?
According to strict budget. Not
Quan?
budget. Yes.
I need you to breathe.
I am breathing.
Nope. I need you to take me out of your ear and breathe into me.
You've got a sensor, haven't you?
Yes, you are aware of this breathalyzer.
I've not been drinking.
Yeah, I assume not.
I had Pringles.
Oh, at least you confessed to that one. Let's see what else you had. Come on. Spit it out.
Pringles.
Huff it.
Pringles.
Big ol' huff.
Just
Come on.
regular Pringles.
Uh-huh.
Fine.
Regular unsalted Pringles, sure. Wow, you really... pizza Pringles, oh, so much. Oh, there's high fructose corn syrup in your system now. What? Ooh.
I wouldn't worry about it.
What? Why?
I just wouldn't worry about it.
Don't. We've restricted your diet to a very...
Yes, Pringles.
tuned to your neurological development. Okay. Well, I will go through a detox diet arrangement for you. And they start like doing their typical tip 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 like load screen sounds in your ear, and they're like, what's happening? I'm not plugged in. I can't access anything. Where are my devices? Where are the things that I use to manifest the food in front of you, and the reminders and the computer and the database? And what? How am I even working if I'm not plugged in? I don't understand.
Well, I don't know. We've gone to another place, a special room where we can do things. And I did drink some blood gloop.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
It was like blood, but it glowed.
If an AI could make...
A bit like the lollipops, actually. I forgot I had these.
Right, those lollipops. I didn't get a chance to scan them. Okay, you're still eating them. Alright.
Okay, genuine Scrat is salivating at the idea of eating this lollipop.
Again, if AIs can make faces. Well... okay, explain to me this room, Quad.
Did you ever see that movie? The one with the people.
I understand that it's ingrained to you to make very vague references to wait for other people to assume that knowledge and feed it into you, but like I'm not here for that improvisation technique. I am but an AI. Just tell me what you are thinking of, please.
The one with the laser lights and everyone's running around. Is it called Fron?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
Tron. That's the one. Tron. Yes, that one.
Uh-huh. What about it?
I can't remember what I was saying.
Me neither. Apparently. Recursion. Philip has the memory of a goldfish now that they're not plugged in. was really excited for you're like going to place and
I have no idea.
not quite there. You're trying to explain.
Ah, yes, it's like that. Yes, I remember now. It's like that. If you took your speed bike round in a circle and then did a flip in one bit in the middle. Mobius strip.
So it's a physics-defying space?
No, it's a Mobius strip.
Are you trying to tell me literally that you're in a Mobius strip? Just because my visual scanners are offline doesn't mean I believe you in this moment. Sir, madam, doctor.
Well. I am. That's what I'm telling you. We're in a look, you see, you can keep... I was riding on the back of Cypher a little bit. And you can just keep on going.
Who? What? Say? What?
Oh,
Mama,
say, yes,
that?
yep, say, meet Philip. I point to my ear.
If you remember, and Philip is yelling in Quan's ear, I don't have visual scanners on.
Ah, right. Can we turn them on for you?
Ooh, how do you turn them on? I'm excited.
I don't know. I think possibly I craft a small pair of glasses and just put them on him.
you envision a fancy monocle, and it's dingling. Just the chain of the monocle is dingling between your fingers. You place it upon your Philip, wrapped around your ear like an ear cuff.
That's interesting. That
None
actually.
of it makes sense to Philip, but the second the eyepiece touches Philip, manifested, they're like, wow, this is interesting. You weren't kidding. This is a room, and there are other people in it.
Yes.
Which one is Say?
This is Say.
The one that you're pointing out.
Say, meet Philip with a little monocle there.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh God. So they're not eating any better than you are. Okay, maybe a little bit better. Fine. Okay. All of you have bad choices.
I drank water.
Oh, well, bless you. Good job.
I drank water.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Them
you-
slush things are like 60% water.
No, you literally told me you drank blood goop.
Water is part of blood group. All right, there's some H2O in there somewhere.
H2O. Got it. And okay, yeah. So googly-eyed monocle with a spring and boinking out, kind of like tries to adjust and telescope towards the rest of the room and zooms in on Harold, and they're like, "Who is this specimen?"
This is Harold.
Who?
Harold.
Harold.
Yes, Harold. He's very quiet. Doesn't like doctors. I've established that much. Held me for a very long time.
Okay, an individual known as Harold that tends to make eye contact for longer than is necessary without engaging in verbal communication. Interesting. Nice to see you, Harold.
This is
Yeah.
my AI, Philip. They handle all my appointments.
Yeah, I've seen an AI before.
None so finely tuned as this one. I have character.
I give him some upgrades.
Yeah, I can tell.
There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Yep.
Great conversation there again, Harold. I love these. Love him.
He seems to be quite monosyllabic. That's interesting. I'll make note of it. In the database that I don't longer have. Okay. Quan,
Yes.
how did you restore my sight?
I gave you a little bit of a pair of glasses. Or a little glass.
I clearly Yes, I now have telescopic vision. I appreciate that, but I am asking you the exact mechanics on what just occurred, because that's not normally possible. You didn't take me out. You didn't unscrew me. You didn't upgrade me. Like, what is going on?
Well, like I said, we're in a special place. Oh, actually, I wonder if we can give you more upgrades.
Trying to make Philip more useful than their Cypher self? Interesting.
I hadn't thought of that. I stopped thinking mechanically altogether, even though you just asked me how I made it mechanically.
Ooh, I'm only semi-sorry, chat, for, like, how harebrained we are today. We're still having a good fun time.
I don't readily know, Philip, but I wonder if we can give you, like, a body or emotions.
I feel like giving me emotions is not helpful in this situation.
Alright, let's try it.
What? No. No emotions for the AI. That sounds like a terrible sci-fi movie. Quan.
Which one?
It doesn't matter. There were plenty of them. I don't want emotions. You literally have so many thoughts going on inside your brain, Quan, that I'm here to be their cold, dark voice of reason.
Yes, at the moment you're the cold, dark voice of reason, but we could redesign you to beat the what's its name test, the Fig Newton test, not the Fig Newton test, the other test, the Mark Bismarck test, the one from the Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep book that got made into a movie. You know the one. You know, with what's his name, not Hans Zimmer, the other guy. Begins with a H, not Han Solo. No, not Han Solo. The bloke who played Han Solo.
Out of character, you're asking like the worst, the opposite of a movie buff. A movie wimp is right here before you.
Out of a character, Scrap genuinely can't remember. What's the actor who played Han Solo?
Harrison Ford.
Thank you. Harrison Ford and Blade Runner.
Sorry, that's in character. That's Harrison Ford.
That's the one. Harrison Ford in that Blade Runner movie. You know when they do the test on the machine.
If I was connected to a database, I would certainly look for that specific movie reference, but that is not I.
Oh, well, hang on a minute. I'm gonna imagine a little dongle that connects to her Wi-Fi and try and plug it into Philip.
Like literal Wi-Fi? Because like much like Philip, like your phones aren't connected. No more. Say hasn't bothered tweeting out for good reason. Twatting. Since you got into the room.
Yes, I'll be doing that. Thank you. It's the Void Camp test. Thank you, chat.
Bless chat for being ever present.
It's not the Mark Bismarck test. It doesn't sound anything like that. Yeah, no, I just imagine a little dongle and I just plug it in, and even if it doesn't work,
so you're
I
gonna
plug it in.
shove things further into your eardrum.
Yes.
Okay. No desire to re-manifest Philip now that you have these mind powers. Remind me what your special abilities are again. Actually, real quick, mechanically, everyone give me a rundown of what special abilities and what two upgrades, advancements did you take between last session and this session?
Okay, so I am a strange paradox who conducts weird science. This means I have a lab analysis kit in my briefcase. I am practiced with light weapons, I am skilled in translation. I can participate in the process of traveling to another recursion, or I can help other people do it. I have got a closed mind. It's difficult to try and do anything to me, and I can beat people up with my mind also using exception. I also occasionally get a sense of something strange, in that I am essentially trained in the strange.
Okay. Good. Nothing too deep there.
Just lots of strange.
Spooky. Say, which advancements and what abilities do you have at the moment?
I still haven't taken advancements. I am plain old Say.
Okay. That's
And so I have things that help me in groups, but if I'm alone, I roll worse.
cool. Mhm.
I'm good at jumping and running, proficient with all weapons. What else is here? I took fleet of foot and move like the wind, so I'm fast and can do more things. And
That's right. Yep, you did use those last time.
trained in all tasks related to pleasant social interaction. And I'm a social expert. And one of my social skills that I am very good at is karaoke, which no one will ever know.
It's interesting because so far is social interactions, like you want so badly to
Try.
interact with Harold that everything else is kind of like taking a tank for it, including your roles. Harold, any specifics that you feel comfortable sharing?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm Hans. I'm not Harold. I don't have to be all closed
An
mouth all the
open
time.
book.
Yeah, Harold is a sharp-eyed vector who solves mysteries, which means he's super cool at everything. He actually already won the game earlier. Yeah, I took all my advancements. He's now got a effort of 2, a might edge of 2, speed edge of 1. I invested more points in my might, so I have a might of 18 and a speed of 10 and an intellect of 12 because balance is for people playing other games. And special abilities, practice with all weapons, no need for weapons, fleet of foot, finding the flaw, where if an opponent has a straightforward weakness, the GM will tell me about it. And he can investigate where he can spend points from any pool to apply effort to an intellect test to solve a mystery. I am also specialized in perception from all my stuff.
Excellent. Beautiful. Okay, I just needed that. Sorry.
Mhm.
Okay, so Scott or Quan, you're in the middle of Philip upgrades, and you are shoving a dongle in your eardrum. Please make me a speed defense check. Okay, fine. You win this time. Normally when people are blindly trying to apply, let's say, makeup to their face, something that requires a lot of dexterity, it's not easy. And yet somehow you're able to find the exact right space that you envision this dongle belongs inside of Philip. And Philip is in the middle of rambling to you about the responsibilities of like explaining the mechanics of every situation that you're in, and he's like, what? My tonal upgrades have been enhanced to much higher than the max. What? This is a lot of no, you did what I asked you not to do. These are emotions. This is what humans feel like. Muted? Quan's talking to themselves.
He's
Damn it.
muted.
I've done it again. All right. Well, no. Actually, I was trying to get you connected to the database, but my mind kept wandering towards giving you emotions. So it could be that I've inadvertently given you emotions.
I'm gonna be so less useful to you because I don't know how to handle all of this. This is so weird. Wow. Why does the room feel tingly? I can sense things in addition to feel things.
It's alright. I tend to just ignore them. But now you should beat the Voigt Kampf test.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so, okay. Why don't you try to be useful, Quan?
I can do that.
Okay. What are you doing right now besides talking to me and shoving things in your ear?
Eating Pringles, drinking blueberry slushy now, and also working on probability mechanics in the background.
Okay. I am now able to attune biometrically to you, and I sense some sort of resistance upon your left ankle. Have you noticed that?
Oh, yeah, they're not bothering me.
Oh, okay. Really, what kind of scientist are you, Quan? Like, you don't provide any data empirically at all whatsoever.
You could say I'm a bit of a weird scientist.
I suppose I asked for that.
Love you, James.
No, I love you too. Is that so? A weird scientist. I would have never guessed at this point. Philip's sarcasm dial is cranked up beyond max plus ultra levels.
Interesting if that's the first place you've gone to, you know.
Right, so if the ankle encumbrances aren't bothering you, why don't you, explain a little bit to me about how you're manifesting these different situations and changes and upgrades and, I don't know, did that pizza come out of nowhere?
I thought about it, and it became a thing. Pretty
Right.
cool.
Brilliant.
Now, say, have you ever had any psychic powers?
No.
How about you, Harold?
What counts as a psychic power?
Wait, does balancing a spoon on your nose count as a psychic power?
Well, no, your question, Harold, is actually very difficult to answer. I'm glad you asked it. It's triggered all sorts of stems of thoughts in my brain about potential solutions to problems, but no, in none of them circumstances is balancing a spoon on your nose a psychic power. I'm sorry.
Unless you bent the spoon without touching it with the side from your nose. That would be a psychic power. Telekinesis, to be exact. But I'm guessing you didn't do that.
No, I've never done that.
Okay, well, I've already run through probably 1,000 algorithms in the past minute trying to figure out whether I had enough free will in my generated integrations to manifest something in this room of my own, and it appears I have 0 powers, and it's all up to Quan, which really, how do you say, upsets me. Wow, this blows.
I've got the straw. What?
Okay, well, what are you guys doing here? So this is a power. Is this power isolated to this room? Are you guys planning on doing anything with it? Are you just gonna sit here like ninnies? What do you want from me?
I would say you were saying you wanted to go to the spiky place, didn't you?
I said nothing of that sort.
Sorry, Philip. Getting confusing. I'm talking to C.
Yeah, that was the only one that I could remember off the top of my head, but I mean, if
Super monkey ball.
if we want to go somewhere else, that would be acceptable.
I also saw a place where everyone was blue.
Oh my god, I forgot I said that. Okay, got it. I was like, blue? What?
It's really weird. I mean, does it look dangerous? I think we should start small.
I mean, everywhere is dangerous, really.
You're right.
I imagine here we could be a danger to ourselves, and Khan's gonna probably imagine a danger to himself.
Please don't think about raining knives.
Did you just think about raining knives? Because I was trying really hard not to.
I didn't think about it. Wait, maybe I did a little bit, but only like a little bit.
This is like the thing at the end of that movie with the big person.
Yes. That one.
Someone has to clip that. That's a good face.
I'm going to offer Harold a GM intrusion. If you would like to
Yes.
accept that. And
Yes.
who would you like to give that to?
I wish I knew the stats so I can make this more fair, but I think Quan needs the experience more. So, to Quan.
Okay. All right, lots of weird science happening. As you guys are discussing these different possible worlds you're traveling to, Harold, you are very pragmatic in your situation here, and as you were painting the different landscapes and trying to just get an artistic Zen vibe, you feel a little more at peace, and you know. Why did that second face appear? You notice that, or no, rather, sorry, you remembered the doctor saying, integration of each other's minds and playing with the room, trying to wield that power, and like maybe a soft giggle and call me Maribeth happens in your head.
Is that the whole intrusion?
Yeah.
Okay. Makes Harold really mad.
Ooh. Do you kick something? Please kick something.
No, he's just, biting his lip. Look, are we getting out of here? Let's get out of here. If we want to go find the place you think you found, let's go do that.
Well, yeah, let's go.
I'm sorry. You're gonna have to repeat that again, Quad. What?
It doesn't matter anyway because this is in.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Harold, you said that out loud, right? You did say that out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go. Yes, let's go.
Wait, where are we going?
I don't know. You all said something you saw. And we're all tied together. So I think, again, Quan and I have to go first and you'll have to go last.
That's fair. In the meantime, I'm going to do something awful, and I'm going to think of a second Breck, but with a very posh accent to see if that'll happen. Can I? I don't know what.
Okay, I'm gonna say
Good,
first a
Charlie.
roll, but if you wanted to spend 2 XP for like a medium effect, that would totally be something that happens.
I just want to see if it's possible.
It's possible, it's just how much oomph you want to put behind it. Like heart of the cards dice situation or spending XP situation.
I'm gonna go with heart in the cards, and I'm gonna think really hard about it and pray that my roll reflects how much I want this as a person. Is that an intellect?
Absolutely.
Oh boy. Hey, that's not awful.
Let's see here. Yeah, a 12 is better than what you've seen previously. Your fates. With a 12, going to stare curiously at Quan, and right next to Quan on the right hand side, you are able to like manifest a maybe out of focus version of Quan, almost like an impressionist kind of style. But they don't speak, so you can't confirm how posh this one is.
Dang it, the whole thing was that I couldn't understand it. So it's like, please make one that I can understand.
I mean, you can certainly expend effort and try to reroll, or try to just spend a whole bunch of XP. Not a whole bunch, just two. If you really want to.
I am going to chalk it up to the limits of the room, and I guess I can make an image of him.
You also have that D6 you can add. You've got reroll.
Oh, I have a D6 I can add. I'm gonna use that, and I'm gonna add a 4 to my roll to make a 16.
Oh yeah, yeah. That one level was just enough as it brings into clarity. Those blotchy splotches of paint. Versions of Quan come in, and this Quan is wearing a top hat. And what better way to posh?
Oh, good.
That's everything I hoped for.
I was gonna say, what better way to posh Quan for Quan to poshify? What does posh Quan sound like?
Well, now, I reckon that Posh Quan sounds like a posh Irish person.
I'm so happy.
How does that work for you now, Zelda?
Good. Just too good.
Can you translate the first one?
I don't see what there is to not understand. You simply go to the place with the big muscles, right?
Oh yes.
Well, that's exactly what he said. It might not be exactly what he said, although I may be posh, I still have the same memory as Quan.
I'm so happy.
In character? Out of character?
Both. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go to the spiky one. Spiky hair. Big muscles. Harold, are you in? You good?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, I'm ready, let's go! You gotta go do it now. Yes, I'm ready. Let's go. I'm ready right now, if you are.
Yeah, I'm ready to go whenever you guys are. As Harold said, it's probably good that I go last because I shouldn't find any problem with doing the recursion thing.
Oh my. This is certainly an interesting way to manifest your powers. I would say, wow, say, brava. Wonderful job. That's quite an impressive rendition of your friend there.
Yeah, I was just having a really hard time understanding like all the words. So I thought maybe if
A
I
translator? That's adorable.
Yeah. I mean, it was more for functionality, but I mean, I'm pretty happy with the outcome.
Okay, so from what I'm hearing, I'm gathering a whole lot of angst in the Herald vicinity. I'm now a little befuddled in the Quan situation.
There's definitely a quandary going on.
Ah!
It's difficult to quantify.
This is gonna break up the group if you keep doing this.
No,
ouch.
we should stop now though.
Howling on mute.
We should stop. Jess needs a break.
Potato, can you rename that clip Scrat Brex, everyone?
Well, then, yes, one might consider a quandary in that situation. It appears that, say, your manifestation of a translator seems to be, how do you say, interfering with our ability to read what befuddled situation that Quan's brain was already. So I can't quite understand the intention there. It looks like you guys are leaning towards wanting to travel to a specific place. Now, who saw this recursion, might I ask?
I'd seen it.
Okay, and perchance, why this one? Is this familiar to you, or you are intrigued by it, or you think something useful is there for you?
I just thought that, like, I couldn't remember the other ones very well because of, like, the recursion thing. It left me with a little, like, a brain fog a little bit, and this is the one that I could remember.
Sure, of course. Well, interesting. Okay. As I said before, if you... This is good, that you guys want to test out your ability to spark a recursion in this space. I, again, would like to maybe caution you guys.
Cautionist.
Uh-huh. Well, okay, let's put it this way. One, you recursed so early before and so blindly that your bodies might not be able to handle a second translation in this exact moment. That's why I'm trying to get you acclimated to the environment. So, normally we provide a gate or you have something from that specific recursion. The bigger the recursion, the easier it is to travel. The smaller it is, the harder it is. So again, all of these are blind factors that you guys shouldn't really know about. But you don't have any of those anchors to keep you tethered to your mortal selves. So I might ask you to maybe engage in a more creative space. So the more you can think about a space, the more you can manifest it maybe artificially here in this space. And we would like to study it isolated before we just jot you off and, you know, maybe you lose a head or an arm or an ankle. Who knows? I'm just kidding. Really.
Speaking of the ankles, how about you take these restraints off of us now?
Uh-huh. But you literally, like...
I'm really not enjoying it.
Interact with each other like you're friends. Don't you want friends, Harold? Don't you try to be my friends, I mean, no. No. So, ankle restraint, again, wasn't my fault. If I could change it, I would. But if something is manifested that I didn't manifest, I can't change it.
Fine, I'll do it. Okay, Harold is going to try to break the restraint using his mental powers.
Okay. Do you want to roll for it? Do you want to expend efforts? Do you want to apply an ability?
I will do all of the above. I will roll for it and spend effort. And I don't know if I have an ability, but I would love to have an ability.
Okay.
I don't think I do.
What was the pitting? I heard a pitting.
Different pitting. Not my pitting. Okay, so it's an intellect test, I take it?
Absolutely.
I have no edge. I will expend the maximum effort.
Okay.
So I'm putting myself down 2 levels.
Right. Intellect, no
you
edge.
Should change the
-6.
Yeah. Right. Do you usually do the pool number or the big number? Which one do you change?
Whatever is more comfortable for you. I usually do the big number.
Okay, I'll do that because that's easier to see for everybody. I am pushing buttons and
What did we get here? Your character
with 2 levels of effort applied.
Ooh.
Whoa. Well,
Also, my focus is solves mysteries.
indeed.
So I would like to suggest maybe I have figured out how this room works.
Ooh, okay, I can allow it. So Dr. Maribeth Baines is very intrigued at the fact that with a pop, your restraints, you remain unshackled. Now that's up to you whether or not you wanted to, get rid of them entirely, or otherwise the other two. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're just mangled, gone, kapoof.
Just gone.
Yeah, maybe Quan didn't even notice because it wasn't bothering them that much.
He just scratches his ankle idly.
But what does Posh Quan do?
Posh Quan looks at you with a blank expression which cannot convey the pain behind his eyes, as he is only an imitation of life and not true life.
I didn't even see the hat. I mean, I wanted the full Posh Quan experience. Oh, I feel fulfilled. Okay.
I'm sorry. What? You? Oof.
You know how the room works, don't you?
Well, only like 85% of the way. And clearly, maybe I need to tell you more about it, because you just did something that we had assumed otherwise was impossible. So I just want to confirm, you didn't, there was no chance, Harold, that you maybe subconsciously created those shackles, like, out of, unparalleled desires or anything to get closer to
I don't
your
think so.
acquaintance?
And I think you should be careful about this, or I'm going to tell Quan how I did it.
Ooh. Okay, well, I see. You're a man of much practical use, and yes, okay. So, in character, you hear her fumbling, and you're like, okay. So, say, accidentally thought of the shackles to get you guys closer, and you broke them. That shouldn't be possible. I don't think. Gosh, this is really perplexing. Okay. Wow. With that 19, you are like, the fury in you kind of slips up a little bit, and you're at this point, I would say you're emanating a little bit of like a red mist around you. Nothing to do harm to anyone, but just kind of looks a little menacing and threatening. And the doctor sees this, and she tells you, and you specifically, she shuts herself off to Say and to Quan, and explains to you the room. And she's like, okay, so we stole a bit of the technology and research from the estate. We are currently working on trying to manually create portals to existing recursions. And on top of that, we are trying to further the space into creating our own recursions, not just like the naturally assimilating ones to pop culture situation, but more like bending our will to a world situation. But that might sound menacing. I don't mean it that way. In good time, you would understand that. Yeah. There is a lot going on, and I can't tell you everything. I can't give you all the organizational bits, but I can tell you that this room is a manifestation of your willpower and open-mindedness. That's what we programmed it to derive power from.
Yeah, I told you I figured it out.
You're good. You're really good.
I don't like doctors. I've told you that.
I'm not.
You-
Okay,
Did you read what I submitted on the form?
I did. It was quite extensive.
Okay.
I understand. A little bit of it is sensitive, but yep. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Doctors are bad. I get that. They're not all driven by the right deeds.
Okay.
And with his okay, she turns back on. Okay. So, you guys are feeling refreshed, I assume? Your vitals seem fine.
I ate, and that's the most important thing, I think.
Philip, how you feeling?
That is a loaded question for someone who just got unleashed to the powers of emotion.
He's fine. Yeah, we're good.
Why? I mean, why give him these powers? These powers that I'm useless to use. Okay. Well, since you guys are a untested lot, and you are so hell-bent on getting out of this safe space, why don't you start by creating your own anchors, portals, keys to whichever situation you want to be in? You want to truly spark a recursion? Then let's see what you can do. I will not restrict or withhold any information at this point in regards to travel in the strange.
Right, well, that seems easy enough. And Quan thinks of a car, produces some car keys, produces a large ship's anchor, and then a portal gun.
Is it blue or is it orange?
Well, the portal gun. It's not.
Correct.
It's a small white thing with a little green bulb on the top.
You love this too much.
Yeah. Is this what you meant?
Well, that's the spontaneity of you bringing things forth to life here is refreshing. That's good. That's good. I'm not sure those will help you per se, but interesting.
I made the car red. So it goes faster.
Naturally. Gonna be a high insurance bill on that one though.
Nope.
No?
No, well, you see, I can imagine it going faster, but I didn't bother to imagine insurance at all. Or a license, come to that.
Oh. Lord have mercy. Right. Eventually, I don't want to dampen your creativity. I don't want to ruin your realities. It is your world to take. Okay, that's fine. It's like a hippie kindergarten teacher being like, "Oh no, Johnny, everything is okay. You can do whatever you want. It's fine." Anyone else?
Harold gets in the car. Let's go, Quan.
Hey, would you mind driving, Harold? I don't really know what I'm doing.
Yeah, fine.
Pass him the keys.
Say,
Am I riding with you, or am I doing my own thing?
you tell me.
I can run. I'll meet you there.
All right.
Oh lord. What? We're just Final Fantasy 15ing this shit. Just gonna drive real good here. You guys get in the car. Harold has the keys. And anything else you want to do? Like, you just gonna turn on the keys, pop in the ignition, hope for the best?
What kind of car are we talking here?
Generic. It's a box-shaped sedan. Like if a child imagined a car.
Red box-shaped sedan.
Excellent. Okay. Harold puts the key in, expects the car to behave like a normal car, and like he can drive it quickly. I don't know what the result of that is.
I mean, Quan knows the mechanics of a car, you know.
Right. Okay. So it behaves like a normalish car, huh? So yeah.
It vrooms if you,
Sure.
the engine turns over, and if you try to stick shift or automatic.
Yeah. What did we get?
Probably would have got a stick shift.
Okay.
Oh,
It's more difficult to imagine the clutch assembly on an automatic.
That vice versa. UK is weird. Okay, stick shift would be a clutch operated car. Automatic would be like no clutch required.
Yeah. What I mean is the mechanical clutch that is automatically done for you in an automatic car would be harder to imagine.
I was like, I didn't realize you guys were so foreign. Okay.
Engineers.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. That was total engineering knowledge.
Okay, that makes more sense. All right, so Harold, because you're a badass and know such things, you of course know how to drive a stick shift, regardless of your Cali upgrowings.
Yeah, and he knows how to drive it like a pursuit car. So he's driving it like a police car at the wall.
You're like instantly trying to like shift, accelerate, move, and you're envisioning this so hard, and it's like just idle, like just not doing a damn thing.
Quan, did you imagine putting gas in the car?
I thought I imagined putting gas in the car. Did you ever watch that movie? The one with the car, with the fire.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I watched all the movies with the car and the fire.
Perhaps it's the flux capacitor. It was always the flux capacitor in that movie. I'll go and check it.
Since Jess is gone, I think we should just imagine this scene of Quan going and adding a flux capacitor, don't you?
Yeah, like, he pops the boot. He's like,
I'm picturing him opening the back of his mom minivan and putting a, like a V12 engine in the back.
Do you know what? I think these tires look a little bit too thin as well. I'm just going to imagine them widened out a little. That should work. That'll get us a bit more traction.
All right. So again, since Jess is left, I just have to imagine that when Harold pushes the clutch in this time and revs the engine, there is a much more satisfying like at this point. That's apparently my car noise sounds like a Hungry Yeti noise. I'm sorry, that's just gonna be what.
No, that was an amazing Hungry Yeti car noise.
Thank
I'd
you
like
very
to
much. Yes,
I'd like to
appreciate
add, like, if you do it again, I'll add in a flux capacitor noise underneath. Like,
Let's do that.
yeah.
Oh man. Oh, she did say to have fun with it, so I think we've done that effectively for her. Okay, so we win the game, and yeah.
Say, are you sure that you want to run and you don't want to get in the flux capacitor? Have you heard the way it's ticking over?
Apparently she's in chat too. It's good.
Cars are not really my thing, but I mean, you know what? Yeah, sure. I can hop in. gonna try a side door and see if it's locked.
Oh no, it'll open. It'll open.
Is it butterfly or butterfly doors on a minivan?
No. It's literally like it's like a sedan car. Like, you know when you were a kid and you draw a car with that was this shaped.
Yep.
That's
yep.
what
Okay.
that's what the car looks like. Kind of like a Cadillac, kinda. But
I think
no.
Scrat should do his own fan art of his own car for the stream later on.
I'll do it right now. I got this.
It's good stuff. They say
Yep. Hello.
next time you want to have us all stick together, just say it.
Yeah. I just think it's, safer that way.
I don't like being tied up, and it really doesn't help me with the doctors around.
I mean, I wasn't thinking about being tied up. Like, that wasn't my initial thought. It's just kind of maybe that's how it kind of did its thing.
Uh-huh. Be careful what you're thinking about in there. They've got that place rigged to do what we think about. So, Jess, we're going to floor this sucker.
Yeah. Yeah, Jess should watch that clip first.
I got like maybe half of what I was missing for it, but whatever upgrades you did, fine, great, awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're like stoked out hydraulics, wide rimmed tires or something.
And we added a flux capacitor.
Oh yes, I didn't forget the flux capacitor. You're able to get it running as a functional car, but it's not traversing anywhere beyond the room.
All right, well, say if we want something to go fast, that's your department.
Usually positive reinforcement works. I mean,
Say you're good at going fast. Let's do this.
okay. And I'm going to try and think of, I don't know, just like the manifestation of the kind of the horsepower that I think of when I'm running, like when I'm like that tension you feel in your legs when you hit the ground and you push, and just kind of like add my own kind of, I don't know. We need more thrust, as Breck would say, in the engine.
I go and put a ton of Mentos mints in the petrol can.
We need more thrust.
You start to hear a weird whirring from the engine itself. The room may be vibrating perchance, but you're not traveling anywhere. It just kind of like you hit a wall and you loop back in portal style to the end of the other side, and you just keep straight lining it.
Perhaps if you go faster, I'll start firing the portal gun. Click. Click, click. Click. Maybe if I turn it sideways like they do in the movies. Click.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Maybe we should stick to the original plan, like the doing your thing really hard, really well, doing the thing.
Perhaps that is the thing, yes. This is pretty much my thing, though.
You're not wrong. If anyone, Quan is on point. Harold's on point. Say, you seem a little hesitant, and you start to realize as you say, like, do your thing out loud, that maybe you're the one holding them back. Maybe your subconscious intentions, maybe your worries, your trying to figure shit out and not quite committed to the ride.
Maybe I should go first.
Are you gonna dive out of the car? Wait, are you still
No.
in the car?
I'm sitting in the passenger seat of the car currently.
Gotcha.
and
Shotgun.
Thinking maybe I should get out and just go, and trust that they will be
Control
behind.
the radio?
Okay. I would also like to posit something.
Mhm.
Since we know that Harold likes to change what other people have come up with, and since Say is already clearly the fastest of us, I want to drop the bottom of the car out, Flintstone style. We're just gonna let Say run.
Right. You only had 3 gear shifts in this clutch because Quan has no perception of speed in a motor vehicle, as they
It's a
don't
very
drive.
nice drawn car, but
Yeah. All right.
I mean, he understands exactly how a car works. He just doesn't have any understanding of style.
Yeah. I don't know. Your gauge of velocity and speeds have been tested to be a little wary. So just saying. So, okay. Let me get this straight. You are dropping with your imagination the bottom out. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. So that Say can drive the car's thrust.
yeah, I mean, she's clearly the fastest thing around, so
That makes sense. And Say, do you willingly accept this position?
But I'm also thinking about how the heck I'm gonna push. Well, I mean, it is kind of an imagined vehicle. It can have no weight. Technically.
Let's
Sorry,
hear
that
that.
was I was trying to turn the volume down.
I'm gonna give it a push and see like how, like, if it weighs anything, like how. Here the Flintstones. Sorry.
Yeah, it's gonna be stuck
Yeah.
in your head all night. Sorry. Not sorry.
how long can we do
Yeah.
it before Twitch shuts us down?
Whatever. Of all the
Alright.
things that they're looking out for,
You know they're watching Scrat.
I went and sought the most aggravating one. So have fun with that.
Yep. I'm pushing from the bottom. I'm taking up Harold's idea and like pushing through the, like, I have the passenger headrest and the driver headrest on my hands, and I'm just pushing.
Oh my
And seeing if
gosh. Are you going to expend any effort in this action? It would be a might roll.
Oh yes, I will be expending effort for this.
Okay.
Because as we know, my rolls really suffer. I have an edge of 2.
Yep.
Oh, I have rerolls. I'm gonna reroll.
Yeah, I was like, I think you have reroll still.
Another 3. I have 3 rerolls. Am I allowed to use more than one?
I will allow it. So mechanically, if you reroll, you have to expend effort automatically. So like it would already be like a level of effort is spent to keep it at the same level of difficulty.
I only have 1 level of effort.
Okay. I mean, technically, I'm pretty sure, even though you didn't consciously choose it, you technically have 3 advancements, and one of them would have been an effort. And by the end of the session, you'll be level tier 2, so you will have 2 levels of effort. So if you wanted to tier 2 it up, it's not the most difficult thing. It's like probably on par with trying to hold a frantic Quan trying to open their suitcase while you are running at a high speed.
Okay.
I'm already aggravated by this music.
So yeah, I'm pushing. Am I rerolling again, or am
You
I?
are absolutely rerolling again. 'Cause
Yes,
the 3 will
okay,
get you
I am-
nowhere.
Oh, did my? Yeah. Okay. I can't win.
Wow.
I'm cursed. I'm cursed.
Wow.
That is a wow. Let's see.
It is cursed.
That's a really slim chance.
I'm gonna do this again.
Assuming roll 20 is not donked.
And
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's not
we did
great.
this last time. I rolled 3 6s in a row.
Yeah.
It's curse.
It would
That's
seem.
unfortunate. You're
Evil.
It would seem that free is the root of the problem.
your biometrics and your shenanigans have hindered you. Okay. You are able to go faster than the car allowed. And as you pass through that end of the wall, you don't immediately pop back to the back of the room anymore. You kind of briefly get zipped into what would be Say's manifestation of the strange ether. So it's very gelatinous, but only for like 2 seconds. You would have had time, Hans and Scott, to like notice what's going on, and you're popped back into the end of the world. Trying so hard. You poor thing.
I'm trying.
The attempt is being made. Oh Lord. Okay.
I just need to spend all my advancements on edge and just make everything really easy.
Yeah.
It's how you beat rolls.
That's how it works, right? Something like that. Go ahead and make me another roll as you're passing through the room again.
Oh boy,
So I will. It'll be intellect at this point, and I will give you an asset because your friends are here, really wanting to get out of this place.
Okay.
Come on, say.
A 10. I have no edge, but it is a 10.
What is it with you just rolling the same number over
Yeah.
and over and over?
I don't think
Yeah.
I've seen anyone repetitively like make the same roll.
I'm just clicking the dice roller on the thing too. I'm not like,
One time.
because that's a full house right there.
Hoofda dooey. Okay. Well, I will give it to you. I'll give you 2 assets with your friends being there that you are able to get into the gelatinous cube of the ether of strange. And Harold's not experienced this before. Kwan's not experienced this before, and you're like, the car stalls out and you're stuck in the jello situation. And we're getting rid of that because that was terrible. I'm sorry.
40 gallons of pudding.
That one, yes. Pudding.
Well,
Can we have, like a
let's just pick a planet or a rip or whatever they are and go and say Jello.
No! How do I do this to myself?
Can we get like a scene of Posh Kwan waving goodbye at us as we leave this room?
Absolutely, please.
This close until I'm done putting up with you.
We're looking for like a.
He's not that posh. Quite posh, not.
Okay.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Someone said to try typing up the rolls, and I think I might do that next. Or you just use the straight dice roller.
Up to you.
We should just have Zelda make all the rolls for the rest of the game to see if we can cure
Oh my
the
Lanta.
situation.
It's gonna go everywhere where you don't think it's gonna go. You want a Dragon Ball? Try Super Monkey Ball. There are words in the song. When did that happen? I thought I proofed all these. Sorry.
I don't
We
know.
are. We're traversing. Are we traversing?
So you're stalled out in the middle of your version of the in-between. We'll call it the strange itself. Now, it's your manifestation, say, so it's up to you to decide how you can get out of it.
Rocket boots. I want rockets on my feet. I'm adding, that's it.
Moon shoes, hydraulic. Oh, okay, hydraulic moon shoes. Got it. That's totally viable. 1,000% viable for say. You're gonna get thrusters manifest easily, easy peasy on your legs. Now the other two, if you're just gonna jolt out, like, sorry guys, deuces. It's up to the other two to figure out what they want to do.
I mean, I could grab them both by the cuff and be gone.
Okay. Let it be known that you would have to roll again, and that would be a quite mighty task because you're in gelatinous materials. Oh my god, is that a cat? Please let it be.
There is a
I think you should
cat.
definitely go
There is a
down.
cat.
And you're most likely to roll a 10.
Apparently, someone's
Now-
partner let out 2 of my cats that I don't know where they are.
I am going to roll using the side thing and see if that helps. It's just a straight d20.
Okay. Are you expending
Oh,
efforts? So you're so excited that you're like, I fucking got moon shoes. I'm ready to go. And you grab those 2 by the collar and you're like, that hurt. And you will take 1 point of nut damage.
Does that come off pool?
If you somehow have armor at the moment, then you can take it from there, but you can soak the damage. Otherwise, it just comes from your might pool.
Okay.
That didn't quite work in your favor. And say you and you alone hear the doctor's voice in your head. Are you sure you want to do this? Do you think
Well-
it's a fleshed out world? Do you think you can truly travel into that recursion?
Quan's gonna look at Harold, assuming he can hear the voice as well. He's gonna put his hand out the window. Put a top hat on from out the window.
Well, I sure as hell don't want to be in that blank room anymore, and I mean, this does not seem any better. Anywhere but here. I don't want to be anywhere but here.
Literally told you the blank room could be anything you wanted it to be, so long as you willed it to, and you were supposed to practice your powers. And now you just want to do real life things in the real life strange that you really don't understand.
This is happening to Quan as well? This voice?
No,
Oh,
the
you just-
voice is just in Say's head.
My bad.
It's okay.
If it's just in my head, am I also affected as things are much, much harder when I'm alone? Do in my head puzzles count as being alone?
I mean, I wasn't gonna say that until you said it, so
I'm really bad at puzzles.
it's not a puzzle, it's just an interaction, which you should have some sort of positive social interaction skill.
So, I mean, the initial thought was that the thing that we were good at was the way to get to a new recursion, but wait, if the room can be anything we want, does that mean we can just change the room to the recursion itself?
The one who is so incompetent at puzzles gets it. Whoo, boy, you're so.
That was really just a guess. I'm lucky.
And yet creative, and I just don't understand you. Yes. The point was we tried to create a room that would benefit you to explore the situation. That's it. And the more we got on your biometrics, the more we read your bodies, it all became clear that we could tailor this room to you. And yet you still think I'm the enemy. I swear, I am not the enemy in this situation. If you want to know an enemy, I can show you a heckin' enemy. And the poor ginger is so riled up.
I didn't say anything about you being an enemy.
No. That one over there, that Harold person, he clearly thinks it all the time. I don't like doctors. I'm cool and monotonous. I'm gonna be all aloof, even though I'm attuning to their consciousness. Just matter. It's fine. Okay, I had a moment of weakness.
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
It's okay. Are you good? Are you okay?
Are you good? How are you going to get out of this Jello pudding cube?
Well, if it's anything like you say, I can just imagine going through the tear that I went through when I was running, can't I?
Theoretically, but this is your manifestation of the strange. How do you guide your friends through it?
I mean, I'm not very subtle.
Okay. Well, yanking them by the collar, I do not recommend.
Can I put them on kitty carts tied to my waist and run into the... That's how I imagine it. I put them on wheels.
If you dream it, you can believe it.
Oh, I do dream it. I dream both of them on little red kitty wagons, strapped in,
Please,
and running.
An intellect roll?
I'm going to use.
And
I
at
think
that
this-
point, before you make the roll, or as you make,
Oh, yeah.
I will.
God.
Go ahead. It's okay. Retcon it to go back to your character sheet. I want to see what the end.
Okay.
And we'll say the higher of the two will work. Quan and Harold would have heard silence and like saw
It's cursed.
Say twitching a little bit. How the fuck? Right. Right. Like I'm baffled. I am like mind blown, literally, at the curse of your roll 20 rolls.
Theoretically, there is numbers above 10 on a d20.
Theoretically.
So you two would have heard the doctor saying, "If you imagine it, you can make it happen." And it's obviously not the same thing that Sace had heard, but along the same lines. And then all of a sudden you're poofed into two individual red wagons with little wings on the sides of them painted on. And Say picks up the handles to your individual wagons and just starts dragging you along at a slow, casual pace through the jello. Say, what color is the jello, if any color at all?
Like that neon green, very fake colored.
I love it. Glow stick green. Got it.
Yes.
Does it kind of look like the lollipops?
No! Okay, so as you're traveling through glowstick green lollipop land, Say you are the only one that can see the tears in reality. Harold and Quan can just kind of, if you look side to side, you'll just kind of, whatever happens to be in your subconscious imagination, whether that's Top Hat Quan or a cyborg version of Philip or more paintings of wolves, it's kind of up to you what you guys see along the sides. And Say, you're gonna have to give me Dare I say it, one more intellect roll to navigate the space.
My money's on 4.
Doomed.
Please, please be higher than
I'm
10.
quitting roll 20 if it's 4 again.
Show me that this is possible.
Roll 20 is trolling you officially.
I'm gonna reload roll 20.
You can do that. It is not a 4, guys. Not a 4. Yeah, so you're seeing a lot of different rips and tears. You're not finding the spiky-haired individual anywhere. Do you see any tears that seem to catch your fancy aside from?
I'm peeking into them and seeing what I can see.
Mm-hmm. Some of them are mild in terms of like maybe it's just a different part of Earth as you know it. Some of them seem a little more reverted, less technology, more elemental. One seems to be like straight up black and white 2D Looney Tunes / early Mickey Mouse cartoons kind of situation.
Let's just go with one of the ones that's really simple.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reverted ones.
Okay.
Old-timey.
They're like, just kidding, not dark and square. Let's go into the really hard to survive worlds. That's fine.
Feels good.
Nice. Philip, nice knowing you. Quan, Quan and Harold, how do you react to being carried easily through Jello inside of wagons?
I might need a description of what a kitty car. There we go.
There you go.
Red flyer wagons, yeah.
Redirect notice.
Oh,
dear.
maybe I'll try this one.
There it is. There it is.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that's them. Just a red bucket with wheels and a pulley.
Yep.
Quan's perfectly comfortable.
Harold's trying to let Say do her thing.
I'd be tempted to try and get me Bunsen burner going, but I don't think it'll be allowed.
Oh, you can try.
No, it would be
Prob-
fun. Even Quan doubts this one.
Yeah.
Scrat and I
Maybe
have not
wait.
rolled anything lower than an 18 all night, so I think we
I
should just
know, like,
not
what the
roll
hell?
for the rest of the night. That should be our goal.
All right. Okay. So you go into a very red sort of rip and tear. You're dragging these 2 wagons along with your friends. Would you call them friends at this point, Say? Or do you wish to call them friends?
I think I'm pretty quick at calling people a friend.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think I consider them friends, colleagues even.
So cute. So cute. You say that out loud. Colleagues even. Oh. And now do you step into the tear first? Or do you shove the wagons in first?
I think I'm just pulling them in, so I'm gonna go in first, still holding onto the cart handles.
Okay. So you first. You see before you a sprawling desert. And amongst the desert, you see kind of small, itty-bitty, one would say lizard-like creatures. They seem to have like more legs than you're used to. And in the distance, you kind of see the active volcano spurting in the far scenes. Nothing like to be concerned of immediately, at least. And you feel very, very dry. Like the air is hot. So obnoxiously so. Like it's dry. It's like you stepped into an oven. And every breath you take is hard, very harsh on your throat. And you chose this one. Say, have you ever trained in the desert?
I have trained in hot places, but not a desert.
Okay. I would say Harold probably visited or frequented Vegas and or the Arizona area. So like this heat is surprising to you, but you're able to adjust quite nicely. Quan
Hello.
has a squatter of factories. How do you react to such a dramatic jump in temperature and lack of humidity?
Well, I immediately begin to sweat. But other than that, I don't seem too bothered. I did bring my sandals. I might be wearing socks as well, but that's fine. And, you know, I might unbutton the top button of my lab coat a little bit.
If you remember, the top button was already broken. So if you unbutton the second button...
Alright, you might be able to see a wisp of chest hair by now.
Okay.
Sort of grey and curly. Like, you know, used to be ginger grey.
You're only 32!
Some people go grey early.
Did we at all yet confirm that he owns any clothing besides
No.
this lab
No.
coat?
You just revealed to us that they had socks.
I mean, yeah. Okay. Yep.
Say, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna need you to roll me a percentile. And before you roll, why don't you call high or low?
Low. And that's a roll D100.
Uh-huh.
If it's anything like my last rolls, this should be...
Okay. It passes. So, you get a gust of really hot air blasting in your face, but none seems to bother your mechanics just yet. So, nothing is gritting or bothering the joints and biometrics of your stuff. The scanners seem to be working just fine, and you are not one to sweat. But you look over to Quan and you see like just buckets dripping.
Quan, are you gonna be all right?
It depends how long we're planning on staying.
I mean, I think we can stay as long as we like. If it's anything like, we're still kind of in the room. If I understand correctly.
I'm going to try and imagine a slush puppy.
Is that what you guys call them?
What, the slushies? Yeah, that's what we call them, slush puppies. Yeah.
That's a brand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? I'm so childhood repressions. Okay, go ahead and roll me an intellect. Quan.
Natural 20.
I swear.
Oh no, hang on.
Well.
I can't have Zelda's curse. I'm gonna
No.
re-roll that. I'm gonna re-roll.
It's just a slush puppy.
It means a lot to me, Jess. It means a lot. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
There are
you get-
two-digit numbers.
You get a decent number in two tries.
So when you first envision your what color slash flavor slush?
Oh, this time it's going to be pineapple and grape.
Okay.
It comes out a sort of yellowy green.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Is it the same color as the in-between?
Ooh, little neon green.
It could be, in fact. It might have been inspired by that.
I'm really glad that he said green grapes and not purple grapes, because that would just be a bad brown mix. We just don't. That's not appealing. So when you first try to manifest, you're like, oh, it's very hot. I need an iced beverage. And it just is dripping into your hand, straight up, no container to manifest your icy slushy. And
Right.
it's just, yeah, sticky fingers.
Right now, that's perfect. I mash it into my face.
As you mash it.
Oh,
into
that
your
feels
face,
nice. Oh, yes.
With that reroll, it like sucks back out of your face, and there is a beautiful plastic cup with a dome and a straw.
Oh,
ready
this
to consume.
is the best of both worlds. I got it on my face, and then I get to have it back in the cup as well. This is great. I can really have my cake and eat it too. I finally, for the first time, understand that saying.
Quan really says that. Moving on. In the distance, you can't tell if it's just a mirage, Harold, or maybe it's actually in this world, but you start to see a cloud at the horizon rising, and it looks like there's a crowd of maybe giant scorpion things approaching you. And it'll probably take about 30 minutes to get to you, if distance is gauged normally for you. I think, honestly, that's where we're going to end it. We're going to end it before an encounter. But you are stuck in a desert and not indeed Dargan Square Z X Y.
Just not GT.
Oh no, that didn't exist. Not even in an alternate universe.
No, no, it didn't.
Quan, did you actually take a sip of the slush puppy?
He would have done, yes. He would have been wiping it around his face. Cooling off. We're in the cup.
Wait. In the cup.
The condensation, yes.
Oh, just the cup. Okay.
Yeah, and then I would take a little sip from the straw.
Got it. Okay. Super quick. Let's go through like final thoughts in character. Why say did you pick such a deserted elemental world? Did you just like panic? You're like, I can't find Dargan Square. Let's go.
Out of character, I just wanted something that wasn't complicated. Like as far as the world goes, like learning, like for say jumping into a first time like recursion, I think it's best not to try and have to jump into something where you have to learn so much all at once.
Sure.
Whereas if you jump, like in this, it seems pretty simple. You just kind of go along and do your thing. It's not like there's new laws, new everything that you have to learn. I think if it could be anything subconscious, it's more that she thinks that it's a challenge.
Ooh. Okay.
Because like I said, it's like training in hot places, but like never something like this.
That's fair. Harold?
She thinks that it's a challenge.
Yeah, Harold is working really hard on trusting Say, especially after the whole last Everybody Together incident. But taking us to Volcano Desert, Scorpion Land is not like a really great idea in his mind. So he's just going to wait and see how this turns out and be ready to fight.
And Quan, with your happy-go-lucky pineapple grape slushy.
He's mainly thinking that the slushy could use some Tabasco sauce.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
But no, he trusts everyone. This is fine. We're all doing science, and everything that happens in the name of science must be good.
Okay. Well, on the next session, you're going to experience the effects of recursions and how you all are going to change with that new world and setting, and perhaps maybe an encounter is in your future. Very close. Cool.
Mental note, never ask Scrat what he is thinking.
Well, yes, we're winding down. Why don't we go through our outros? Thank you. Tell me how you feel. What'd you like? What would you like to see more of? Whatever. All of you have bad choices. Yes, potato. So many choices.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I do like that. Yeah, so why don't we do some structure for this? Why don't we go Zelda first?
Okay, so as far as wanting to see more, oh god, it's so fun trying to make conversation with Harold. I'm trying so hard.
You are. You really are. One day it'll break through.
I'm real world bad at puzzles. So I'm like trying to figure things out at the same time. And when you were like, the room is the answer. It's the key. And I'm like, oh my god, I got it in one try. It was the actual.
Go me.
I was like, I did it. But anyways, yeah. Oh god, there was so much fun, not nonsense, but just callbacks to like old things. And I'm sorry, but one of my favorite moments is the engine noises. It was awful.
I missed it. I mean, I didn't miss it. I did hear it on my phone, but it was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. It was very good.
My favorite, yeah, engine noises. I think it was hilarious to watch you guys try and like sync up as like it was like an a cappella engine noise.
Yes.
Thank you for that, Scrat. I appreciated that.
Your characters are terrible at improv, but the second I'm like, okay, bye, deuces, no GM here, go improv. They're like,
Besides that, I'm Zelayanami. I'm up here. I am on Twitch and Twitter. I stream sometimes. I was supposed to stream today, but I was lazy. I'm sorry. Yeah, any games that I'm in, my Tuesday game and this game, oh, I hit my mic, will be posted on my Twitter, just before, yeah, I play D&D Tuesdays and Cypher System Fridays. Hope to see you at either of them.
frantic hypes. Moving on to Hans Harold.
Hey, I'm Hans. I'm not Harold. So despite Harold being very like tight-lipped and taciturn and not liking doctors, I love all of these people and enjoy playing this game, and apologize for all of my actions at the end of the session for what we've already done. So yeah, my favorite part, Sei is trying very hard. Clearly not her fault. Zelda's amazing. Scraticus, Quan, amazing. You know, everybody's doing really good stuff. As a character, Harold cannot enjoy any of it. It's not what he does. Not having fun. Yeah, so, but I love all of these people and all of their ridiculous amount of effort they have to put into to make that work. The engine noise probably would have been my favorite part. No, we're just going to go with it. I like the entire like car scenario, but yeah. Also, Harold totally gets what's going on in this room, but is having no part of being the experiment if he can help it. I am just being the worst human being possible for this game. That's pretty much my goal.
A terrible study specimen you are.
Yes. So, my apologies to everybody who is enjoying the game. That's all I got.
That's okay.
I love how your sign-offs are just a string of apologies.
Well, for Harold's brand is apologies. You know.
It's wonderful. Thank you.
Yes, that leaves me, Jess, Burst of Hope on Twitter. Mondays, you can find me on Pro Starters channel playing Numenera with Phantom Roll Booth Colin. Tuesdays, shortly, I will resume D&D on the Greyhawk channel. Wednesdays, every other Wednesday, is Ryutama, and then obviously we have Mortal Spheres on Friday, and Saturday, a weird amalgamation of games that is spawned from Grant's brain space on Encounter Roleplay. So lots of different places, lots of different systems, great people. Today's been interesting. Again, I warned my players, and if you saw me on Twitter, I was like, this week has been rough. Today's been rough, but you know, the fact that we showed up and we did a thing was really like satisfying for me. So I appreciate that effort put forth. It sometimes takes a lot, but it was awesome, and I appreciate. I definitely, my favorite part is probably Posh Quan. I expected British Quan and got posh Irish Quan, and it was so beautiful because in that moment we saw clarity. We had reprieve.
Cheeky. Yeah, well, I suppose that just leaves me. My favourite part, I think my favourite part was the conversation between Say and Harold right at the start. Just so awkward. So funny. Beautiful. Loved it. It's not something that Con probably doesn't have the patience, hence the great conversation, see you later. Yeah, but I like watching Say try so hard to get stuff out of Harold, and I want to see more of it. Jess, yeah, wonderful job today. I too, not that I've had a rough day or anything, but just like I was feeling a little bit, and yeah, we did a thing, and it was really actually quite good. I was chuckling for quite a bit of that, so thank you everyone, wonderful. This is my channel, and you can check it out in the following places. We've got a Discord, a Twitter, and a YouTube. Those are all in chat for you right now. You can go and check them out. Send me a tweet on, send me a DM on Twitter, and I'll get you a game. It's really easy. We just talk dates, and then I get you in a game. We also have a Patreon. We have articles and things that go out on the Patreon, and you can support us over there for as little as $1. But the articles are free, so check out that as well. Definitely check out the Scrat Redbubble. Thank you, Zelda. I want the tights, but I don't want them in this room because it's too hot.
Oh, I was like, in this room?
Yeah, I'm in a room that's 4 foot by 8 feet, and I've got a massive PC blowing onto my legs and 3 theatre lights.
That's
and
right.
I'm wearing football shorts. Oh, hello music.
Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, it's hot. So I do want the tights, but just not in this room. I could go jogging in though. I could go jogging in Scratakus tights. The thing is, I can't demonstrate because I'm wearing shorts, like I said. But like the things on the inner thigh, that's where the badge is. So
do you go jogging at 5 in the morning?
Hey.
This is an interesting thing.
You're like, sometimes, depending on my stream schedule.
No, physically, yes. Because I finish streaming at 6 AM and I tend to go for a jog before I go to bed. So
Good job.
yeah,
Great.
I kind of do, but I do it at the end of my day, not at the beginning of my day.
Fair.
Yeah.
Wait. Talk about the inner thigh joggers.
That's where the tights are. The tights, the crest is on the inner thigh.
Oh, interesting.
Is there like a
See, I was
customer
thinking, like-
suggestions portion?
Is there?
That can't be popular.
It's not been yet, but I think once I start rocking them and get some pictures online, they'll start flying off the shelves.
Nonsense. Absolutely.
We'll eventually get a tapestry.
Yeah, you
And
should.
Did we just hear that we're gonna have a whole
In the
like Twitter
background?
feed of pictures of Scrat's inner thigh? Because that's what I heard.
Yes, that is what we're gonna get at some point. It will happen.
Okay.
Anyway, we got horribly distracted by the merch. That's a good thing. We also have sponsors. Bird and Storm Publishing. They create content for D&D and other TTRPGs. So do Mage Hand Press. Theirs is mostly sci-fi based. We use the Dark Matter Alpha in our stream on Thursdays at 10 PM EST. You should check it out. It's good fun. Also, we have panels. Go and check out the panels. There's discount codes down there and some amazing artists. Go and click on the banners and go and look at the ones that interest you. Subscribe for more pics of Scats in a time. Beautiful. And today we are going to go and pay a visit to one of the old channel friends. We're going to go across and see. He's still labeling himself Encounter Josh, so I guess it's Encounter Joshua. Is this going to work? Did I spell it right?
Yep.
I did spell it right. I did. Well, everyone, thank you very much. I hope you had a wonderful time. I certainly did. We will see you next time. Keep on evoking emotions. Bye.